what's a really underrated movie? Dude, Where's My Car?
I only remember, it must have been a regular horse.
A unicorn.
Sorry, I guess it was just a regular horse. Weird.
That's one of the funniest lines in cinematic history, in my opinion. It's a very humble opinion.
What does mine say?
Sweet! What about mine? Dude.
That movie has layers. A lot of like really stupid shit in that movie that I think is what people rise to the top and remember.
No ending! No ending! No ending!
But I think it is a joke-a-minute movie.
It's possible I never saw it and I just know those lines.
It's very possible because the commercial beat people to death, and I think that's where a lot of people got their impression of the movie. But like, I think I'm in the mood for something that's by like a producer of that movie.
Okay, what did you have in mind?
Well, I just happen to have this movie right here, Killer Pad. All right, guys, here we're going to talk about the movie Killer Pad. 2008's Killer Pad. Lee, had you seen it before?
No, I had not.
Not many people have.
Oh.
But this is a very interesting movie. I won't say that it's good, I won't say that it's bad. I will say that it is one of two movies that are directed by our boy Freddy Krueger.
Oh, he's only done two?
He's only done this in 976 Evil, which we have also covered on the channel, and now we have covered the full pantheon that is the works of Robert Englund.
Nice.
He's done a few episodes of the Nightmare on Elm Street show, but these are the only two films he's done. And it's such a difference in films.
Say, number one, there's a Nightmare on Elm Street show.
Yeah.
And number two, yeah, it's nice to finally complete something. To be like, we took care of a whole filmography.
Got it.
Yeah.
But no, just for that reason. So like, if you've not seen this movie before, it's such a wild thing to think of, like that this is the last movie that he ever directed, and you're like, all right, you had done one, and you're like, it went okay. I made this 976 Evil, it's pretty good. Someone made a sequel, it wasn't me, whatever. But I got one more in me. I got one more in me.
The world needs to know.
I need to make this movie
with
the kid from Monster Man, the kid from Mean Girls. Can I get Andy Milonakis in there? Maybe the skinny weird guy from Nacho Libre. I got a thing I want to make.
Don't forget
Joey Lawrence owes me a favor. I'm like, where?
Now, what movie could possibly contain all this greatness?
This is an experience. I don't have many things to say in this preamble that shouldn't be delivered directly in spoilers.
So allow me to say that as a historian or as a filmologist, we got to apply the science to this and do this.
Yes.
But I don't think people should watch this movie. I would recommend, in fact, against it.
I have mixed opinions. Now having seen it 3 times, I had to watch it multiple times to talk about it.
Just to absorb it all.
Yeah. I realized I was watching, and usually I'll take notes, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, your jaw's dropped, and you haven't written a single thing, and the movie's halfway
You're drooling all over your notes.
I was like, we have to go back and do this again.
No, so I guess we should say the titular Killer Pad. We mentioned 3 young men, I think, between us, right? And they get a new awesome house that's unbelievably awesome, and then they throw a party to celebrate the housewarming and everything. Also, there's evil happening, right?
Yes.
That's our plot, essentially speaking.
Yes.
We have a whole carnival of characters.
Yes, a home. The devil
coming to the party, right?
And all kinds of random weird shit happen. It is like a scary movie and some other parody had a baby. But it's not a direct parody of anything. It's just that level of acting, cameos, and wherewithal.
Yeah, and I would say it's very bad. It's poorly done. You know what I mean? Did you laugh ever?
I laughed at a couple of side comments.
Things that were not jokes.
No, they were. I'll say they were written as jokes, but nothing that I think someone would have been like, this will get them. Like the little throwaway comments. Bobby Lee has a cameo in this as a lady. Bobby Lee always makes me laugh.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he's hilarious.
No, I actually
Joey Lawrence is fairly funny. There are moments that made me laugh, but I won't say the movie was funny. I'll say there were funny parts in the movie. No, and if you were going in this just for the comedy, you would be sifting for a little while.
You need to go into this I can't believe this happened. Let me like as an autopsy, not as a enjoyable viewing experience.
Yes.
I feel right? Because yes, Bobby Lee and Joey Lawrence both kind of made me laugh, but I don't even know if those lines were ad-libbed or if they just were doing that stuff. I don't know what's happening.
I assume everything that Bobby Lee brought was Bobby Lee, because it all felt like Bobby Lee stuff. No, but this, I think, just because this is directed by Robert Englund, and you're like, this is directed by Robert Englund.
Right. If you're wondering, like,
This is so not anything I would have pictured you doing.
right, like someone you've seen on the screen in front of the camera for so long finally has a chance to make their contribution, you know, like in like a larger sense to like film in general, and like this is what they've produced. I don't even know Robert Englund apparently, because I'm not even sure. Like he didn't write it, you know what I mean?
No.
But still,
the guy
as,
who wrote
as
this
the
was somebody who was
director,
like, I saw Road Trip and that was funny, and I like those scary movie guys. Let's try to just like make something out of a concept on a napkin. Yeah. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this. So if you've seen it or don't care, falls over to spoilers. If not, pull out now.
If you need a place to rent content, you better listen. We're Cannibal Video and we eat the competition.
All right, so here we are for the spoilers on Killer Pad. So this movie opens up in a way that you love, where there's a voiceover that was filmed after the fact.
Holy shit. Yeah, thank you.
Remind me again why we didn't just fly.
Don't you remember? We all decided we wanted to see America.
You know me so well now. Yes. It's like aerial footage, and I'm like, is that even them? Like later it's them. And it goes on for so long, and there's a Gilmore Girls joke, and I'm just like, what have you done?
Oh no.
What?
Did anyone remember to pack our Gilmore Girls box set?
Well, we didn't forget it back home, did we?
Why are we watching this?
All the while, I'm just going, this is what made Freddy Krueger come out of retirement. This is what I have to direct again. What? This!
This must have been like drugs or just to take a vacation together. This doesn't make any sense. Money, no. No one likes money.
I don't know how I'd feel about having some poor bastard work for free.
It's un-American.
No.
I can't even imagine what you'd have to pay me, because like you'd read the script and like you'd have an idea of how good it could be.
Father, what I need is your help right now. I need you to turn off the goddamn television and give me a little help. My spiritual salvation's on the line.
And then like you'd at least go through casting and be like, okay, I know how good it could be.
It's probably just hungry.
What do we got? Here. Oh.
And then you'd keep working your way forward.
You would keep getting all the, like, you're just driving down the road, and there's all these exits. There's all these off ramps where you could just pull the plug and be like, I don't want to destroy my
and then it could
reputation
even get to the
forever.
very end where like the movie could be done, and you could be like, I'm gonna put a pen name on this, like,
Right.
or like honestly, what the biggest draw of this movie is to me is that he directed this. So like, he was probably contractually obligated to put his name on it once the papers got signed.
I hope he didn't even direct it. They were just like, can we put your name on here? He's like, whatever. And just let him do it.
I can't even say what his directing style is, because they're completely different. And I'm like, well, which one's the real him? I don't know.
No, and again, like I don't know how much they did that differed from the script, or how much agency he had to be like, that's it, or whatever. But like, I feel like the worst thing might be the editing, honestly, because you say like you read the script and you know, and it's bad, but like I think like none of the jokes landed.
He wouldn't mind. I mean, not like when his wife of 17 years, who he treated like a goddess, left him for Tom at MySpace.com.
Like a joke in this movie felt like when like a ghost walks through you or something like that. You just feel cold and hollow and like hopeless and what's going on. Like you can tell they know. Okay, it was like watching like a foreign language comedy.
Okay.
Where like you're like, well, that's clearly a joke because of how it's filmed and framed and the
crowd
music
is dubbed in laughing.
No,
here, so.
yeah, like there's like you know when something is supposed to be a joke. You know, like this is where I'm supposed to laugh.
Yeah.
But if you don't understand the language, you're like, okay, but I don't get it though. And once you're 10 deep, you're just like, what am I watching? What is this? That could have been a joke almost, but you did everything wrong.
And you are the best sous chef
Wait, what's the sous chef?
It's crazy.
I think the problem is the characters themselves. Like, what is their motivations in life?
Yeah.
Are they innocent bumpkins?
Oh, you guys, we can't throw a party.
What? Why not?
Because who are we gonna invite?
Oh, man.
Are they stoners?
Okay, wait.
Right.
Because those are two like really different things. Because they either come across as like these super good guys that are so naive.
Homeless people living in our basement are doing all this freaky stuff just to scare us off?
That is exactly what I think.
Or they're stoner idiots. And they made them both, and that, like, I think was a problem.
Yeah, because you can't. Okay, so like they have one joke basically. 80% of the jokes in this movie are the joke from the end of Dumb and Dumber.
Do you realize what you've done? Hey! Boy!
Where it's like, just when I think you can't get any stupider, you go and you do something like this. And totally redeem your that fucking weird where it's like oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh! Hey! Is that Joey Lawrence?
It's Joey Lawrence. Oh my, and it's this fucking like say the one thing like everyone goes, oh, it's obviously this. A record scratch, it's that.
God! Oh my god! Someone drank all our good beer!
That's like their joke or whatever. And it's so bad.
The ungodly heat, the forbidden fruit, the smell of sulfur.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what this means?
Don't you see? It was a bunch of goddamned squatters!
Squatters!
Homeless people.
Weightlifters?
You think weightlifters did this?
No, people that are dwelling in our home.
That's the only joke that I laughed at.
Did you?
When
I wrote it down. That
Doug
guy says a couple. Actually, him
pretty
and
good.
Monster Man, the two of them did say a couple of things. But the problem is they were these shit sandwiches where it would be like horrible line.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a chuckle.
They must think we're a bunch of pussies! Yeah.
Oh boy!
Horrible line.
We're chilling.
Sleazy. Oh, you're totally fine.
So like you could easily miss any of the funny things because they're wrapped in this taco of crap.
I think it was his delivery where he says, "You think weightlifters did this?" And I was like, that's good.
You think weightlifters did this? No, vagrants. No, transients.
Squatters.
Speaking of being wrapped, though, the other thing that I laughed at,
The plastic wrap?
when he takes off his shirt,
Yeah.
and he's saran wrapped his gut or something.
Impressive.
I know.
But that's funny because there's no reference to it.
Yeah, they don't bring it up at all.
Imagine 90 more minutes of jokes like that instead of just beating you over the head with these horrible jokes.
So this is the producer of Do Where's My Car, and you can feel like oh, you were trying to do that, and everything you missed in this they nailed in Dude Where's My Car.
What about mine? Dude! What does mine say? Swing!
And that's what's so funny. And like I guess that's the difference of X amount of millions of dollars more budget, A-list actors. And like I actually didn't think these people were bad. I thought what they had to work with was really bad.
Yeah, and it's like a combination of all of it because it isn't even just the script. You could take this script and make it like funnier.
Yeah.
Like they just filmed everything wrong or like cut everything wrong or the actors delivered it wrong. And I don't know if that's their direction or if that's something else. I don't know.
No, there's a perfect storm here of bad things. 'Cause like Andy Milonakis, I think is a funny guy.
I hang out with an apple who loves self-loathing. I hate myself.
Yes.
And in this, I did laugh at like two things he said, but he's like
when he wants
front and center on the box, but he's barely used at all.
When he
you
wants
should have played him the Andy Milonakis character.
When he wants to lick the girl's back, I laughed.
Your back structure's exquisite. I want to lick it.
I missed it. I missed it. Like when the girl flashes.
I missed it.
Save me a dance.
I missed it.
When
That made me laugh.
So when he's talking to the goths, him talking is not funny. I wrote this down. I'm like, whenever he talks, they're making him say stuff that's not funny. But just him when he gets up and he's like moving like this, like walking up to the goths. I chuckled at that.
Him eating is funny. Like he eats. He really nailed the nerdy kid at a party who like shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Who has his food and is eating it in the most like tiny little. Because I can't get up again. This is all I have. It has to last for quite a while.
I need something to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's sipping his drink. It's down to last this much, but he's been sipping it for an hour and a half.
Just keeps touching my lips, and I'm not even drinking it. Yeah, but like at the end, when he's like, "Damn, bitches, let's leave this whack-ass evil house," and he's doing all that.
Yeah, that's
like,
the Andy Milonakis character. That should have been the character the whole time.
Then I'll get on the microphone and rap to you so pimp-aliciously, you'll have an eargasm for a millennia. Then we're gonna hop in my private jet.
That should have been their fun. Like you should have rewrit the preacher part. Should have been he should have been backwatered and just been a crazy partier guy.
Like he should have been like, oh, my mom doesn't let me drink. Come on, man, have a drink. And then he's just
he just snaps into it.
He just turns into Andy Milonakis. I know. I was like, there's so many obvious missed opportunities.
So them being this good guy, innocent whatevers / these stoner guys don't make sense to have that character friend who's this like man's man, studly guy, play rock and roll. I nail like 7 fucking underage girls at a party and then drive away with them in like a really cool convertible.
Tight.
Gonna be okay?
I think I'll be fine.
Hot party, boys. We'll see you next time.
Like how would they know him?
Right.
And he's not 23.
Are you joking?
Nope.
I get it. You're stoned right now.
Yeah, because if they're like good, if they're like, what's that? I don't know about this or whatever, then their whole mission in life to get laid like this like doesn't make the same, whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, he's dead, hide it. They're acting like whatever the fuck, right? So like these things don't add up together.
They're either schemers or they're good guys, and in this they're somehow both, but they ride the line back and forth to being naive morons and like dubious murder hiders.
Not even
pools cleaning for turds or something. Like what?
What do we do with these poor girls in the meantime?
I laughed a little, where they're like, what are we gonna do? And the answer is to put a tarp over them, but like in the shape of the dead girls or whatever. That made me laugh. Like certain visual things made me laugh.
But them getting into the tub, there are clearly baked dead girls,
crazy,
and like they get in. Oh, here's a beer or not. Like those things were so dumb.
Why don't you just hang on to that? Or not.
And maybe they're on script, they look different, like the girls had sunglasses on, and we Weekend at Bernie's did or something, but there was no part of me that didn't go, that girl's baked like a lobster. Like, what the fuck?
Born first.
Doug, these girls look cooked.
I know, they're totally baked.
That's one of the many things where like there's a way to play that, I think, to make it funny.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's a hopeless concept or whatever, right? But the way that things came together, like maybe you're right. Maybe maybe even those actors were like, that's the thing, that's the scene. No, the hot tub. I don't know, and like they had to like.
But they
figure
played
it
it
out.
so seriously too, like very professional. These 3 guys doing their thing, because sometimes when a movie gets like bad, we're like, oh, this is bad. You can even see like the actors are half-assing and they don't give a shit. These guys put everything into every part of this role, and it's admirable.
Or we can do this the hard way. Tell us what we need to know, man.
And one more word about that friggin' hot sauce.
I respect it, and there's a lot of people in this movie. There's a lot of extras, this and that.
Yeah.
But there's weird things, like back to those 3 girls in the hot tub. Like everyone comes back to life at the end, and you picture that's the payoff. That like those 3 girls are the last ones there, and those 3 guys, and they get together. But instead they bring back Bobby Lee, which I'm happy. I like more Bobby Lee.
What are you doing here?
I come to see how you like your new pad.
But that seemed like there was a setup that didn't get a payoff.
So like I do cringe at the Asian stereotype, Miss Wong type of like thing here.
Come on, boys. We need buy you breakfast.
But when he goes, fuck, what happened to the house?
Fuck! Where your house go?
Actually, like laughed at
I
that.
laughed at it a couple times.
Yeah, like it's
he
good.
asks for like give me the red file, and like some shirtless tattoo guy's like, here you go.
And again, it's like red file. It's like some dubbed in weird thing. Yeah.
Bring me the red file.
Here, red file.
Soft.
He's a hot.
Another one that didn't have payoff was the girls go like, oh, can we play this music? And like they play this thing, and it's just the beat, and it's like horrorcore music. And you're like, I don't know, this isn't really our thing. And then like when they show up, they're rappers, and you're like, okay, this is actually a song. This is okay.
And I don't think the music sounds like that weird music they
No,
play either. Yeah.
that beat is there in some respect, but it is not as dark. But you also picture there's going to be a twist there. Yeah. Oh, the Demon Girls brought a band called Demon Seamen.
I'd like you guys to give a warm welcome to our house band, Demon Seamen!
To this party. Surely they're going to be demons or something, or their music turns people to the dark side, something. Right. But no, they're just dudes. We just like that band. We're the devil. Sorry.
No,
like what?
There's a bunch of weird things like that. It would take too long to like name all the things, but like there's like a big yoga chick.
Yes.
This whole thing is like, oh, she's like the big. That's a huge bitch.
Oh.
This like thing there, whatever, and she ends up hooking up with the fire marshal guy.
Yes. Who's famous as
Who
fuck.
is this awesome character actor guy?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, it's him.
He's a very close, dear friend of mine. Although he's not gay.
Right, but there's a whole setup there where he's like, you know, you should have a fire person at your party or whatever, and they are oblivious and don't get it.
Yeah.
But there's no gap filler in between that and then him just being at the party anyway.
Slim and none.
We're saving those.
Oh, for the party?
I don't know if they cut it out.
Well, no,
right?
there was. He was in the basement checking for things, and a fiery hand pulled him into the basement. So he was dead
right.
there,
So
and all the dead people came back.
Oh yeah, this got to be a Code 8 violation.
You let him go down in the basement?
So he was okay. No. Yeah, I knew that he died, but I forgot the you know how long it took. So he dies like instantly. Okay.
Mind if I smoke? Yeah.
At the end, though, he just hooks up with that chick as
Covered
if, like,
in shit.
And that's the joke, is that she's covered in shit. But there's been no...
They've never met each other. There's no groundwork. There's not even like
no
she was looking for love. He was looking for love.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's no line in there where she talks about her divorce and how she just wants an honest man who's this and that or something like that. Like there's no dumb setup going on there.
Yeah. Even if it would have just been him with one of those hand things, I'd have been like, okay, that's enough. Like anything, but you got nothing.
Very weird.
And her death is so stupid. She gets pulled into the toilet.
Yes.
Has a muffin in her mouth. Can't vocalize the "don't shit on my head." Fat ass guy shits on her head to death. She dies from it, and then our fucking two idiots see it and go, "Oh God, we should put that." And this made me laugh because RateMyPoo.com was a thing when I was in middle school.
Wait! We should take a picture of this. We could send it into RateMyPoo.com.
I don't know if it still exists. Maybe.
Can you win $50?
Yeah, you would send in pictures of your shit, and then people would rate it, and the worst shit would get a thing. And I remember being like in middle school, computer lot. Well, both were the thing. Like the worst one was the best. I remember being in like computer lab in middle school, and like me and a friend are like, oh, 6, 8, like just laughing at large poops because that's funny.
That's what I'm saying. You were in middle school.
Yes.
Large poops are hilarious in middle school. Is this movie for middle schoolers, do you think?
Probably,
right?
But the whole thing when it finally shows you what the girl looks like, it's not just like a big pile of shit and like, oh, there are eyes. It is just a little bit of poop on an actual human face.
It kind of looks like a human head. I mean, check it out. It's like it's even got eyes.
People have to be so dumb, and if they are that dumb, they should have problems breathing. They shouldn't be able to walk and talk at the same time. There should be a lot of things going into this.
Yeah, how do they work like the door and the key and everything? Yeah, no, it's just our actress in the toilet bowl with a crown of shit.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
and that doesn't, and like, oh, it's a comedy, just laugh, it's funny, relax. Why are you being so whatever?
It's questions.
So dumb.
It brings
so crazy.
questions. It takes me out of the moment.
Yes.
Joey Lawrence. Being in the movie, aside from the question of how'd they get Joey Lawrence,
can you hear me now? Cell phones.
Is like, okay, he has a very long, drawn-out scene with the priest that I'm like, that should just get cut from the movie. That's not good.
And the more of that poison that you put into those veins, the further you fall into a pit of despair.
But him talking to the bereaved widow at the party, who went to the party after her husband died, I think is funny, is doing a Bruce Willis impression, which I'm like, oh, he's actually pretty good doing a Bruce Willis impression.
Pretty good.
And I wonder if he's just like, I can do a Bruce Willis impression, and then just do it.
Hans, it's a tricky little accent there, Hans. You should be on TV with that accent, Hans.
That's what I'm saying is like that was the thing. And then him with the little person in the assless chaps being like, okay, don't make eye contact. Toby doesn't like that. You're shorter than him though. He'll, so you'll be cool with him. Like all that. I'm like, I think that's just Joey Lawrence
when
making shit up.
when he drives away. So aside from that guy not having a helmet, also he's on the back and his hands are so short that he can't possibly get a good grip on Joey, and Joey zips out of there. And you hear the guy go, ah!
Oh,
I assume it's added in, but it's totally like required because that guy's gonna die.
Because he goes whoa like Joey. Are you saying before the whoa?
Whoa!
Or is that the whoa?
It might be the whoa, but it's the little guy screaming because
no, he does.
It looks like he's about to fall off.
So like I was pissed because that little dude says whoa and Joey never says whoa.
Could you just give me a little sip of the whole whoa juice?
Yeah.
And they even mention whoa.
I don't think he ever says whoa.
He's not allowed to say
I think
whoa.
that's a thing. Well, no, I think he's totally allowed.
Contract.
I think he's like, I will not. It's part of his rider.
Exactly.
Yeah, not doing that shit again. Fuck off.
It just made me laugh because I thought, oh, this is the perfect time for this. And then they knew that too. And I was like, oh no, I'm operating on the same level as this shitty movie.
Whoa!
Like, this is horrible, right? But yeah.
I love the poster they draw up. It's very Animal House. It's awesome.
This is magnificent.
Thank you. Now all we gotta do is decide who we want to invite.
It's very Always
them
Sunny
handing
in
it out,
Philadelphia,
though,
nothing sexual or
is
whatever.
ridiculous.
Yes.
Because it's like they're at like a porn shoot.
This is for
All your friends.
Give me the.
Yep.
They're at a school. He's in the tell me a sentence booth.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
He killed a priest at the confessional and starts handing it out or whatever. Yes.
What is it at the yoga class?
That's like a montage of like handing it out to different people. Or whatever.
It's a crazy thing. The schoolgirls thing, I was like, this is very weird because even in this time, it's like he checks their IDs. All right, these IDs better not be fake. You better be 16.
But they say you're all only 16.
Is that a problem?
These things better not be bogus.
I'm like, okay, so we knew the ages the whole time, and you displayed a priest giving up his Catholicism to go after these girls.
I'm gonna have to call you back.
Hey, it's 16. It's not 6. Okay, come on, whatever.
It's not sick. It's 16. What?
No, 6. I said. Yes.
I know.
No, it's because this is not old enough for that joke to like. There's a lot of jokes in here, by the way, that are like this script must have sat there in Robert Englund's box for like 30 years. Like I don't know when the right time to make this movie is.
That's some like Great Balls of Fire kind of like 16. We can marry in the South. Like what?
I don't know because like now that doesn't make sense. But this was like a decade ago. This wasn't like that long ago where you're like 15 years max from like filming it and like starting the process where people have to go like okay. Yes, yes, good, yes. Those are that should all be in the movie.
How about after we have a few drinks?
Yeah, because alcohol lowers all our inhibitions.
The whole like they say she has a dick like 1,000 times and that's like your whole thing. That's like Ace Ventura.
Even the dog says it.
Yes, but that's the Ace Ventura punchline.
He found Captain Winky!
Which they had the taste to do once as like a dumb thing or something like that, right? And this is just like
I did laugh
there's
when he comes out and the two guys are like in their fucking things and he's like, oh, we gotta go, she's the devil.
Save yourselves! Lucy's the devil!
I don't even care.
Yeah, I don't care. He goes, let me say something that might convince you. She's got a dick.
Let me offer some words of persuasion. She has a penis.
Oh, deal breaker! And they all rip their shit off, and I'm like, okay.
Deal breaker, hey,
the deal breaker is that his girlfriend has a dick.
Yeah.
Yours don't, maybe. I don't know.
A penis. Holy camel foot!
No,
they do turn out to be like, I don't know, the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I liked the effects on them. They were kind of bat-like.
They didn't have enough mobility to them. They were very, very rigid.
Yeah. No, I just like, I was shocked to see something so like a good in like the movie. I also liked her makeup and like how she looks, Lucy, right?
Yeah, had they not displayed it on the cover, it might have been better.
Horns! Wings! Oh my God!
I didn't see the cover, so I'm riding high. No, because that's an attractive actress, and she still looks hot even in her like devil form. And one of our dudes says she's still pretty hot.
She is still pretty hot.
And he's like, I know.
Well, on the table comes like, I'll give you money, I will give you power, I'll give you be immortal,
and we can
and
have
you can
this
party
party
this
every night.
Every night.
Money, power, eternal life. Plus, we can throw a party like this every night.
And he thinks about it for a moment, and I'm like, well, yeah. What are you actually asking me to do here? Is this a one-time thing? I get all that because,
She says she has a vagina too.
Yeah.
You got a penis.
I've got a vagina too.
Immortality worth a lot to me.
Come on, what are you talking about? This is an easy choice in my opinion.
I think it is.
Come on.
Does sound kind of good, partying every night. Wait, what am I talking about? You've got a penis.
So yeah, Bobby Lee, highlight of the movie probably for me.
Wow, he's barely in it.
He works at the OK Rice Bowl Realty.
So, what kind of house you look for?
They're leaning into a certain thing here.
That's a fucking weird name. There is an issue though. Is that like he shows them the house. They say they have this money from when their dog's balls get chopped off.
Oh, but it's cool. We got it covered.
Yeah, you see, as luck would have it, our dog Ballsy suffered a minor maiming at the groomers.
Then he goes, "We'll take it," and there's a stamp that says "sold."
Congratulations!
And I wasn't clear. I'm like, they didn't buy this house because it says lease on the top of the list.
They bought the whole house.
Either the stamp was wrong or the paper was wrong.
Ridiculous.
But it's strange, and it does definitely change things here. Did they own this house? Because they've sold that property in the Hollywood Hills that's not haunted would be worth quite a bit of money.
Well,
it's an issue.
So I took Bobby Lee's reveal to have a demon tail at the end.
And she's gonna take us to breakfast. Sausage links.
To be like, oh, it doesn't even matter what the financials are, or if they can afford it. They installed them into this house to complete their dark design or whatever. And
yeah, after the fact, that can be.
This
that
is
can
not
be
an
taken,
actual like thing. Yeah, and having a big stamp that says "sold" just seems like an easy thing to have.
I think that's just it's a
like
good
this
visual. Exactly. Yeah.
Now,
I would like to see a sequel with Bobby Lee as the devil character, and like he calls her a devil. Does she ever say "I'm the devil"? Because it's weird if she's literally Satan.
Well, her name is Lucy. I think that's meant to be Lucifer.
I mean, that's what I do. I'm Satan. I lie and screw people over.
You used me.
Yeah, but you got to think we name people Christian and they're not God.
Yeah,
like,
but
I think that would be a popular name in the demon
community.
but
like Jezebel and Delilah are like also biblical names, right? It's
again, if we think about biblical names,
yeah.
we name a lot of people Peter, we name a lot of people Mary. I think that if we think that there's a subsect of demon people, they probably name their kids after biblical characters too.
Demons aren't real though.
Please.
You're the devil or him or himself.
And in a world where demons
are clearly real.
This is obviously meant to tell us some funny thing.
Because if this is actually the devil, how shit powerful is she? She's like, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
She has wind in her hair when she walks.
This is a comedy that is not being very serious with its like things. They get defeated by like a non-holy song. The whole premise was, what if we sing like a holy God song and the power of song, and then he does a horrible whatever
Holy Night or Silent Night or something.
Well, they start out doing like I know the first verse of some horrible Christian tune.
Yeah.
Virgin Mother and Child.
And then they don't know it, and then the spell begins to break or whatever it is.
Christmas tree.
I don't know that.
Get here.
And then,
I think it's more having the unity of a group singing anything does it.
They said that after and during, or they didn't say that before. It's insane.
Oh, they don't know the rules.
They're bonding together in a show of unity and human kindness.
Honestly,
the demons know the rules.
No, but honestly, our characters don't know anything rule-wise because they literally just turn to a random page of the Bible and they're like, that's how you do it.
I found it. The Book of Psalms. And he who praises the Lord through the glory of song shall be saved and fear no evil.
This must be an instruction manual for fighting demons.
Yeah.
I like to think of this movie as the story of 3 YouTubers who get a house and then start to destroy the lives of everyone around them.
It does feel
like they have a sponsorship deal and they're humiliating people and pranking them in a weird way. And then at the end, it's like none of it ever mattered and they've lost everything because they were canceled.
It does remind me of a YouTube movie. Like something about the quality, the color tone, like everything about it feels like a YouTube original.
And everything's like segmented in this weird way.
Yeah. It's because it doesn't feel like a real movie. That's why I bring up the comparisons to like scary movie style stuff, because it feels like a spoof.
I'm Amber, Amber Waves, and this is my partner, Cherry Red. What do you do?
In every way other than it's not actually spoofing things.
And in that scary movie way where if you took one individual, like you can make animated GIFs of this and be like, that's a movie. But yes, like Scary Movie, in context, you're like, this is not following the rules of movies.
Yeah.
This is just piles of shit just shoveled out.
Yeah, the editing is
like,
not good. There's one scene that really jumps out at me editing-wise where like our characters jump into the pool and like the heavier character has like a gun and he turns to like shoot them and it cuts like right as he's pulling the trigger and now he's like in the water with them like dancing around and it just felt like such a weird cut.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of things like that.
Well, some stuff is like effect based and doesn't work, and you can be more forgiving of that. But like there's a whole segment at the end there where it's like the Hellmouth has now moved up into the second floor and they're looking down and it's this weird where you're like, you just don't have this on there that day. It's a big like.
You can't be concerned with a lot of things, especially in a movie like this.
Yes.
Like what? Like what?
Lynn Shane, who's become more popular now, she plays, I think Marge was the the landlord of the first apartment.
I'm Marge.
Oh yeah.
She's in a lot of things like now.
She's cool.
And like is a much more respected actor than this like hooker landlord she was then.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. May I help you?
We were just looking for Marge, the manager.
You from the casino?
No.
I think that's interesting. She's also done a lot of things like this, like poor.
She plays this type of character. She did it well.
Not necessarily this type of character, but like more crude characters. Sure.
You still owe me another month's rent.
No, I liked her. Like I was actually upset in retrospect that like
they don't live there.
That we didn't go to that little apartment with that with those like white trash.
They say something like, "Oh, it's like Italy."
Looks like Italy.
Like those little lines, these little like where like you wouldn't even have heard them. Like or one that was front and center was like, Give him some ketchup. That's like white man's hot sauce.
Offer him some ketchup. It's like white people hot sauce.
We don't have any hot sauce, but we do have some ketchup.
I hate that whole section.
I like that because that's such a white bread.
Why do you hate ketchup so much?
Yeah. No, all that Diablo, not knowing what Diablo, like that's where I'm like, no, you have to be impossibly dumb. Like, and they're not, because he can make toast. I saw him make toast. Someone that dumb couldn't make toast.
Okay, so like my version of that is I liked that one dude was so into cooking, because that sounds so weird and dumb and random, but like I'm kind of into cooking. We have some friends, if we all go rent a house for like a vacation, someone steps up and says, I'm making French toast. And you're like, what the fuck? Like people, young men even, are sometimes into cooking.
Yeah, the house is beautiful.
We finally moved out of our parents' house and in our own place.
And he's like, oh, this kitchen's great. And you're like, oh shit, like that's a dumb...
There's like a spiral staircase that runs throughout the whole house, but like a museum's spiral staircase. It's amazing.
Yeah, like an atrium.
And they just don't have it with a slide down scene where they each slide 1 centimeter. And I'm like, this could have been a really cool thing. Like have them like lay over it so they could actually slide the whole way down.
No, they don't.
But he just like does the half like bewitched thing like, I'm done.
No, because it's like part of a montage where they don't have the whole everything or whatever. I don't even know if
I think they were afraid to die.
Yeah, or like half the scenes aren't even filmed where that is or something. I don't even know what all this is.
Maybe.
It's a big crazy mess.
If we lose the house, you'll totally blow any shot that you've got with Lucy.
What was the Mexican guy even holding that made him look like the Grim Reaper? Like, was that a sickle?
Yeah.
What was he in relation to anything? Like, was he supposed to be the groundskeeper?
Yeah.
Because who's paying him what logic is his life? Is he just there to warn people the devil's there?
Amigos, yo estoy aquí para ayudarlos.
At one point, the devil seems to claw his back.
El diablo!
And
doesn't come out
he
again.
doesn't die.
Yeah.
Green goo comes out of him. I'm like, is he human? I don't know. What is this person?
Just disgusting.
I thought the goo was on the claws. What do you mean?
You think the claws were like coated in poison?
No, I mean like, like a nice wet demonic creature.
Maybe. It looked like he was coming out of the womb, but maybe that's just poor effects.
I don't know.
At one point, he Kali Ma's his own heart.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Eats it, his head spins around, he jumps out of a thing, and he comes back.
One of the worst scenes I've ever seen.
This is one of the worst scenes
is,
I've ever seen.
No, because yes,
someone put money into this scene.
So that, you hear it described. We'll show some of it, I guess. It's so bad, everything looks bad, it's so bad, right? But that's not your zany, oh, we have a cameo from the Nacho Libre guy. It's probably before. When did Nacho Libre come out? This is after that, right?
Listen to me. Today, I have the chance of a lifetime. But first, I need a man.
Get off me! Ah!
Oh, I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
maybe this was filmed before that?
All right. Close to that, whatever. So we got this guy, he's cool, he's speaking Spanish, we're doing this, we're making fun of him, and then he Kali-Mas himself and jumps off the thing. Oh, he swan dives off. Oh, it's so zany. And then they go, oh my God, he just killed himself. Oh, well, he tracked mud through the house. I'm like missing the point again. It's so funny, right? But to have him come back and then to be in drag.
Oh my God! It's the squatter!
And then to become the prison bitch, threesome lover of the bouncers. It's so dumb.
No, we can use that to spice up our mother's marinara. Then we'll do a little fiesta, and afterwards we clean you up, you look like Tony and Banderas.
It just, it's not going anywhere. There's no weird...
No, there's no reason. And he speaks English at the end. It's like, well, who taught him English?
Hasta la vista, boys.
Ciao.
How did he, what?
He's understood English the whole time because the one guy says, if you come back, you better be a chick with big boobs, double Ds.
If I see you back here again, you sure as hell better have a pair of tits. Big ones. Double D.
And then he can hear that, so he dresses like a lady to come back.
When they both pinch his nipples, they're pinching and twisting for far too long.
Again!
And then he's like, ah!
Ow, I guess.
And I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
He doesn't have boobs.
No.
They are tweaking the fake boobs.
Yeah.
So he's not reacting because nothing's happening, and then someone must shout or he must go, oh shit, wait, I should be reacting.
Exactly.
It's so bad.
However I take it, it's horrible.
Yeah. That makes
I did laugh he has a terrible puke scene.
Just disgusting.
We're just what is that? Like a half an egg? What are you doing?
It's a green egg.
But the Monster Man guy goes, rude.
Rude.
Just disgusting. It's all kinds of nasty. Rude.
Yeah.
After two very unfunny lines, he comes in with his third line, rude.
No, there's a few things like that when him and the other dude are reacting outside the hot tub, and he says you got a little corpse on you, and he goes, oh, and he does the whole thing. Some of that, like that would have been okay if it was more about that.
You got a little piece of corpse on you.
And not just about the poor timed horrible
no,
jokes
yeah,
that
the
don't
things
land
that
and
weren't
stuff.
spoken, I think, are funnier. They're getting
True.
those photocopies made from where they meet Andy Milonakis' character, and he smells them, and I was like, that's funny. Because that's a thing. People smell books. People I know people that like that smell of warm copies.
Warm
so
paper.
those little things would have given me a little side chuckle. But when you wrap them in shit, it takes it down a peg.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure who created this, what their sense of humor was, why they were allowed to do this to us. but I'm not super into comedy, as like, oh, this is a comedy movie. I love funny stuff. I love a movie that has funny things in it, but I hate movies that are billed as comedies because sometimes they're like this, where it's just like, oh no, the jokes are
I did
bad.
not think this was going to be this when I first went into it.
It
I was hoping for something more like 976 Evil,
Yeah.
with Andy Milonakis, and I was like, oh, cool, this will be something funny. All right, here we go. Let's update that for the modern age. Put in some new hip kids from the decade prior, and then we'll do some stuff. But what you got was this, and this is not great. But again, like I think it's totally worth watching just because of what it is.
It must be seen to be believed.
This is a group watch,
Yes.
almost out of necessity,
100%.
because it's like a watch with your cell phone kind of a movie. Like, I was planning on playing some Clash of Clans. I need some noise in the
I
background.
gotta unlock some chests and get some gems here, so I need something on. Yeah.
A lot of cameos, though. I do think the Nacho Libre movie did come out before this came out.
My life is good. Really good.
He looked so familiar, and I started going, I'm like, oh, it's that guy. Okay, fine.
The guy that played the Reverend was very familiar to me, too. I think he was on like some WB11 TV show or something.
Baby.
Control freak.
Baby.
Control freak.
She's really working out great, isn't she?
I think I checked him but didn't know what he was from. I thought he worked when he's rocking out. I think he has the look down.
Yeah.
He was doing it and stuff. But I couldn't get over. Why are they playing a Kiss song? Why is that helping against the devil? Is that supposed to be ironic? What's going on? Is this just made by Universal, who like owns the Kiss catalog?
He also
What's
thought maybe he
happening?
would change the lyrics.
Yeah,
like
for
I
something
want
holy.
to pray all night and cast out Satan all
Fight the
day. or
devil
some-
every
some-
day.
You know, like
Yeah,
some shit like
something,
that.
yeah.
But no, like no.
No.
I saw a thing that said for the close-ups that there actually is the guitars being played for that song because the composer of the TV show, the movie, dubbed in for the close-ups of the hands.
So it's not the actor.
It's not the
playing
actual.
the guitar.
No.
Yeah, well, because he's just doing like the fake.
Well, even he
he's not
sings
playing.
and it's and like is moving away from the guitar and the guitar's still playing.
I was gonna say he's like
a
doing
full
his
song
stuff.
is playing. It's just a guy with a guitar.
Yeah.
I did laugh the first time he smashes the beer over his head. I thought that was retarded. I hated that. I loved the girl's face when he smashed her with the bottle because she doesn't react for a minute and then she's like, ah, and like drips out of the thing. I thought that was really funny, and I don't think it was intentional. I don't think they scripted that properly. I don't think like it said like, and when you're 3/4 of the way down, make a funny face. I think that actress just happened to hit that just right.
No.
I think it would have been a little bit better if there was more liquid in the bottle, but I understand those like candy glass. Like sometimes they just break when there's water in them. You have to like do it really quickly. But if she would have got like hair full of wet and then fell down, it would have been funnier.
I like that he smashes it on her head. I was like, that's funny.
And now we're gonna send you evil hoes back to hell!
Stop staring at me, turd! Like, just how he said it was funny, but it would have been funnier with no context at all.
Stop staring at me, turd! You're freaking me out!
Turn your head, turd.
Like if like a child was looking at the street and he would have said, "Stop staring at me, turd," I would have thought it was just as funny. Like it's just the way he said it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's actually less funny
in context because
it's so stupid.
Yeah. Or if he had said that before you know that they're looking at a turd, just something. There's like jokes don't work when there's nothing like there. There's nothing to
Some
them.
of these jokes I feel like could have been written for
Yes.
Do Where's My Car? And they were like, they didn't make it and these are on the cutting room floor. Can we have someone less funny deliver them?
Yeah.
Like the coffee scene, like when our boy Reverend jumps off the roof because he's screaming flying squirrel like an idiot. That's like a 3-story drop. He's dead, by the way. Should be dead.
Flying squirrel!
They pull him in there and go, all right, wake him up, make some coffee. As if like he's just drunk. And that's the problem. Not like the massive head wound and death. But the dude, he like goes, get some more coffee, splashes the coffee in his face, and he's like, was that decaf? Oh, that one's on me.
Back up, hot little thing! Was that decaf? Oh, my bad. That one's on me.
Like that, if that would have been done by Sean William Scott, I would have been rolling. The idea of like, wake him up, make some coffee, and he throws coffee in his burning hot coffee in his face.
And then like it not working because
it's decaf
yeah.
is on paper very funny.
Yeah.
In practice, not very funny.
I actually thought the one guy shacking up with Lucy in our like 3s and 3s was like a poor man's Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
That can only mean one thing.
I was like, cool, great, and maybe trying to evoke that on some way. I think not all three of them, mostly the main guy and to some degree the Monster Man guy. They deliver every line of dialogue with the same weird like this weird like way of doing
like
it.
a YouTube video.
That
Like
just makes it like
people are like, oh,
makes it not funny.
You were big on Vine and now you're on YouTube and you're making longer content. That's what this feels like, these segments.
And then they get like the movie deal. It's like, finally, I can put like 100 Vines in a row and make my movie. Yeah, exactly.
I'll make my vineyard.
It's now a vineyard. Oh.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what are my options? We'll see.
So one last thing I want to mention, just because it bothered me, is Joey Lawrence is in this too long of a conversation with the Reverend, as I've already stated.
Seabiscuit? Never saw it. Movie with the horse? You never saw it?
The only superstar I worship.
And like whenever it cuts to the other angle, you see this earbud in his ear from this phone call he was just on is like completely not in his ear. It's just like hanging upward.
Are you kidding me? I don't even know any of these people, all right? I'm not even supposed to be here right now, okay?
And like that is symbolic of this whole movie in that it is a mistake and it should never have been made.
Look, the point is that just doesn't help me out at all right now. But thank you.
I liked Joey like on the phone, like when he was walking in.
Yeah, that felt like a real conversation.
Yeah.
He's an actor.
Heidi, listen, you sent me to the wrong place. What? No, just keep quiet for a minute, all right? Because I'm going to probably lose you any minute. Listen to me. Heidi.
I was just going to say, like, I think he's
acting. He looks good, honestly.
He does.
Yeah.
It's 15 years ago, whatever. 10 years ago.
Yeah, he could have done more. He could have been more of a leading man, I think.
I know.
He's done some leading stuff, not leading, but closer to leading stuff recently, but not good.
It felt like he was on the phone, and it felt like he was not ad-libbing, but kind of like doing it, like stretching, because he kept using the same like crutch words to like tell his fake assistant to stop talking or something like that. But yeah, the spacing and the timing and like his face and all that stuff. And when he's like, I'm a fan of his music too. That's not the point. And he does this whole thing, and I was like, oh, this is something. So I was just like, Moby, Toby, whatever, go, and he like did his thing.
Oh, it's topical. Can you hear me now?
No, I'm not at Toby's house, Heidi. What? No, not Moby, Toby. Heidi, I don't even know Moby.
We're in the valley or whatever. It's hard to hear. Phones don't work. It's shitty. Go, Joey, go. Bruce Willis, I got it. What?
He must have just been like, I have the bald head now. I'm doing Bruce Willis.
Yeah. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
If you want to support the show, head over to cannibalvideo.com, pick up some merch.
And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
So, did your dad like a robber? Because he stole some stars and put them in your eyes.
Cannibal Video has everything you need. A wide array of VHS and DVDs. We ate the competition, now it's only us. Our expert staff opinion